When I was first thinking about applying for the Rhodes Scholarship, all I had heard was that Oxford was this very traditional place and that you had to be very athletic.
I remember when I told an uncle of mine that I was applying for this scholarship, he said, "Doesn't that require you to be athletic? And how do you meet that criterion?"
So for a long time, I thought that I would no longer be eligible for the scholarship. I thought it wasn't for me.
For disabled people, there is a clear absence of role models and people who've done whatever it is that you aspire for, and therefore you often tend to think that it is beyond the realm of possibility for you to actually achieve it.
When I applied for the Rhodes Scholarship, I didn't mention anything.
I didn't have the courage to write about it for my application.
I didn't really want to tell the judges that I had this rare immune system disorder that was impacting my everyday, my ability to do this work.
I think I realized I could have put all of the details I wanted to about my disability into my application once I got to Oxford.
My personal statement, the first sentence in it was actually about my illnesses. My disability and mobility issues is a part of who I am. It is my identity. And what's really important to think about when it comes to the Rhodes Scholarship, it's an investment in individuals. And they were investing in me with the whole package, including my disability, because they knew it was a huge part of leading me to who I am as a person. The world benefits from a diverse set of exceptional students with the spirit and character to lead. The selection committee in the Rhodes Trust really look to identify and nurture young people for global impact, many of whom happen to live with disabilities. I feel like the entire cohort of the Rhodes Scholars are people who are open-minded, are people that are very much inclusive.
This has been the first time I've felt completely comfortable in disclosing that I have an invisible disability. The Rhodes community has been incredibly supportive and warm and welcoming.
For a scholarship that seems like it was initially created not with people who live with disabilities in mind, for it to have so many scholars with disabilities who will go on to do so many great things, that's really special and that's really important. It furthers our own careers, our ability to go on and do work around the world, but I think it's also really important for the other scholars who don't live with disabilities.
The scholars of today will be people of influence in a variety of settings tomorrow.
I do think people create more inclusive environments for people with disabilities in their work in the future because they've built these relationships during Rhodes.
The thought of people not applying because they live with a disability, it's really heartbreaking.
I never in my wildest dream would have thought that I would actually receive the Rhodes Scholarship and come to study at Oxford. I'm still living in a fairy tale, but what was really important is that I actually put my name out there.
I'm so glad that I did not listen when people told me that the Rhodes was only for athletically gifted people, because this has been one of the best experiences of my life.
For me, living with an invisible disability was something that I always tried to hide. Had I not applied, I don't know if I would have been comfortable sharing it or if I would have hidden it for the rest of my life.
I don't wish to mislead you at all. I think that Oxford is still a tough place for people with disabilities. But the Rhodes Scholarship has an amazing, inclusive environment. If you come here, you will be accommodated, and there will be a community that loves you and that fights for you. And so I don't think your disability should ever deter you from applying for the Rhodes Scholarship, because you are welcome here and your experiences are needed in this community.